All right, guys, what is going on? Gabriel Jones here, and I'm just getting prepared for a concert at Radio City Music Hall. Tonight, I'm going to be seeing Maisie Peters, of all people, perform at the venue. This is going to be very, very exciting. I've never seen her in concert before, obviously, because I'm not in England, but I'm sure it'll be a very wonderful experience. It's also neat because I haven't been to Radio City Music Hall that much. I think maybe only once or twice before, but it'll be interesting to sort of explore the entire venue for the first time. So without further ado, let's go on the trip. Currently on the subway right now, just waiting to get to Rockefeller Center. Should be a fun little train ride. One of my favorite parts of traveling straight to Manhattan is always crossing over the East River. It always feels like I'm entering a kingdom. Thankfully tonight would be extra special because we're going to the United Kingdom. If you're looking for the girl of your dreams, she's in Brooklyn with me, even though we're not in Brooklyn no more. Here I am, Manhattan, one of the biggest boroughs in all of New York City. Just look at how tall these buildings are. For any of my British viewers, I hope this video gives you a taste of New York's finest architecture. The feature presentation So the thing is, it's less than 2 hours until the show begins, so I'm gonna stop at a little bar and grill to sort of get some food, fuel up the tank before it is showtime. Of course, I always have to treat myself to some American food. Nothing like a good serving of sliders along with some fries to go on the side. I was surprised by how much room I had to scarf down all 3 sliders. So much that I couldn't find any space for the fries. Too full. Nevertheless, my stomach was full, and now it was time for the big event.
Wow, look at the way this is all built. I am just in awe of this. Holy cow.
Okay, so I found my way to my seats. It is pretty good, actually. Like, look at that. I just have a straight shot of the stage over here. Like, it is just fantastic. I have a great view. There's probably going to be more people that come into the seats as we continue to prepare for the big show, but this is looking to be very epic. I am so excited. I've never seen Maisie before in concert, but I'm hoping that she will kill it. So let's go. Before we could get to the witching hour though, we had a little time to spend with a singer I'm not exactly familiar with. After the crowd chanted along to a Katy Perry classic, the main event began to commence. Signed up for this era. You can't get enough of it, honestly. Didn't I say this would do very well at concerts? I called it. Legendary song. Like, incredible. Turn me into a fan. The jam that they always play on TikTok. She really does know how to rock. She is good at this genre. This song is very hard. I said she wanted to save it for the end of the set, and honestly, I would have. Okay, so I just got out of the concert. It was a lot of fun. I have a lot of thoughts I want to share, although I want to get home first because my phone is low on battery and I need the rest of it to get home, so stay tuned. I remember having quite a difficult time getting back home since there were barely any trains going to Brooklyn that late. But I eventually caught up with some friends, watched some Eastbound and Down, and made it to my own place where I got some proper rest. Okay, so it is the morning after the Maisie Peters concert. I had a blast at it. I did have a little bit of trouble finding my way back to Brooklyn, but after 2 hours, I found a train that would transport me there. See, this is why my favorite song by Maisie Peters is Brooklyn. But it was pretty interesting because she actually had an opening act named Grace Enger for the show. And I actually had no idea that she was touring with another artist for the Good Witch tour. But it was actually a pleasant surprise. She rocked her acoustic guitar. I was very pleased by how well she could play it. And she was a great vocalizer too, like holy shit. Like I was impressed by how well she could just elevate her voice and just project it to the audience. I did try to meet her in the lobby shortly afterwards because she said she would be near the merch store, but I missed her by just a hair. It's a shame too because she said she was an NYU student and I have family who have graduated from the school, so nice to see that she's keeping up the Wildcat spirit. But to talk about the main act for our show, Maisie was just a blast. Like, she had a very great sense of humor. She connected with the audience so well. I loved how she introduced every single song right as she was about to perform it. Yeah, and like I said, she was very funny too. Like, you know, she talked about, you know, graduating from Clown University, earning my degree in that school. My best Maisie Peters impression. But yeah, she was just a blast and she was just electric on that stage. She felt so alive. I also love the way that she treated her band, introducing every single member individually by name. And the band members are very impressive also. I especially love the drummer. Like, he did a wonderful job just going apeshit on that instrument. I think his name was Joe, or I think that was like one of the names of her other band members. I might be getting that wrong. I'll look it up later. But yeah, they were all very impressive. And the crowd, holy cow, like the crowd. Like, they knew the words to every single song that Maisie performed. Like, they knew the choruses, they knew the verses, they knew the bridges, they knew the outros, the intros. They were singing along to everything. Like, they knew those songs by heart. And they were more than pleased that Maisie could sing it for them. Like, I was just astonished by how much of a strong fan base she has built. Like, even though she's not exactly a top 40 hitmaker, she has built a connection with so many people. At this point, if Maisie doesn't become even bigger than she is now, I will be very disappointed because she absolutely deserves to be even huger. Before I close out, I also wanted to highlight the fact that I actually have a cat named Maisie. We've had her for a few years. She's very, very delightful, very demanding. I would call her a diva in some ways. I didn't name her after Maisie Peters. We adopted her a long time ago. But it's just funny how I have two wonderful Maisies to admire. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the Maisie Peters concert. I had a blast. And I cannot wait to see even more concerts in the near future. So if anybody has any recommendations, I'm all ears. But until then, my name is Gabriel Jones, and I am signing off. See y'all later.